Today's guest in studio is Tausi Zaina. Tausi hails from the East African nation of Kenya with a passion for education and a soul for music. She joins us to share her personal immigration story and give a sneak peek preview of heartfelt music she's making. Tausi, welcome to Feel Like You Belong.
Thank you very much. Honored to be here.
So when we were talking earlier, you said that from the earliest days that you remember, you were a teacher in your heart.
Yes.
Talk about those days.
I started teaching my own siblings and cousins during the holidays. We would meet at my grandparents' house. Somehow I found myself responsible for helping them with homework and teaching them how to do math and reading, and I was just naturally a caretaker. And so most of the adults gave me the responsibility of helping out, and I enjoyed it.
So, and you were also a good student.
Well, I hope so. I hope so. I worked very hard as a student. I followed directions, and I always strived for excellence every time the teacher gave an assignment. And I was the kind of student who would go above and beyond just to prove that I could do something.
So were all of your siblings and cousins, interested in school?
Most of them were.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them were, more than others. We had a lot of work because we grew up in the system. Kenyan system of education is very, very intense.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of pressure. So it's hard to enjoy teaching when you have so much to do. But for some reason, I did enjoy, being a student, and being part of the performing arts actually helped me because I wasn't always stressed out. I could sing, I could dance, and I always felt good about it.
So did you sing in church when you were a child?
I sure did.
Okay.
We used to have a little kids Sunday school singing groups, and we would actually compete with other groups from other churches. And as a high school student, we had a high school choir, and we would travel to different districts within Kenya to compete. It was a very big deal.
Was music big in your family? Did you sing at home?
Yes, my grandmother used to sing at church,
Okay.
and my mother as well. And so I could always hear them sing, and I enjoyed it. And actually, they told me that one time I was 2 years old, and there was a very popular musician, and I was singing the lyrics to her song, and that was a shocker to hear.
Yeah.
So
So brothers and sisters?
I had two brothers, now I only have one,
Okay.
and I have two sisters, now I only have one left.
Okay.
But my parents are deceased as well. But we're very close family, and whenever I'm able, I try to communicate with them with technology. Nowadays you can communicate pretty much every day, and every once in a while I travel to Kenya to go see them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So you were saying that your mom really wanted you to study in the U.S.
Yes.
So talk about that journey.
Well, when I finished high school, usually most parents in Kenya, they want their children to go further with their education. And going outside of the country is an honor to the family. And so when my aunt and uncle got a scholarship to Michigan State University, my mom saw that as an opportunity for me to move to the United States, because at least she knew the people and someone she could trust, because I had just turned 20 years old. And so that was an honor for her, because being her first child, it was an honor that I was able to travel abroad.
But it's expensive to study in the States.
Very expensive. So she worked very hard. She was an entrepreneur, businesswoman, so she saved up some money. And usually in Kenya, we have something called the spirit of Harambee. Harambee means pulling together. There was a gathering, people from church, neighborhood, all the people that knew me contributed what they could. Wow. People came with an envelope to thank, because, they knew I was a good child, and so they wanted to bless my mom. And the same thing, she would attend other people's Harambee events to give a hand.
And that really means that when you make that journey, you're not just studying for yourself.
No.
You're studying for everyone back home.
Yeah, you better go out there and prove that they sent you out. So the whole community comes and helps you. And so it's such a disgrace if you don't achieve that, because everybody pretty much chipped in.
So you better be serious.
You better be serious, get your education, and come back with a degree, Yeah.
So you started taking education classes?
Here in the United States?
Yes.
Yes. When I first came, I signed up to do early childhood, and I did that, and then it didn't work for me. I thought, the little kids are not for me. I love teaching, but I wanted to teach older kids. So I started community college, did early childhood 2-year degree, and then I transferred to a 4-year college to get my elementary education degree. And after that, I went on and got a master's in K through 12 literacy to try and help me get the skills to teach.
And you had a sponsorship through a local church.
Yes, I was a member of First Presbyterian Church in Lansing. And my mom supported me the much she could. But after that, she was like, okay, figure out what to do. And so I had to talk to the people at the church saying, my family doesn't have money. I want to go to school. I am an international student. We pay 3 times what everybody else pays.
Expensive tuition.
Yes, and you cannot get any scholarships, loans, because you're not a citizen yet.
Sure.
So the church was very helpful. They started a fund where people threw in what they could, and that helped with room and board. But also what helped me was the grades that I got were very good. So I got a scholarship to help me out. And performing arts, I got a scholarship for performing arts. So I became a part of the Alma College choirs. And that money helped.
And Alma's a good Presbyterian college.
Very good. So I was able to get that support. And being that I was a Christian and I was very active in my church, that put in a good name for me.
Yeah.
And also, whatever I didn't have enough money, I actually worked on campus.
You worked a lot.
Yes, I worked over 20 hours and I was having 16 credits.
What
per
kinds of
semester.
jobs did you do?
I made pizza sometimes. I was a busser. I was helping out, country buffet over the weekends. And then during the week, I would also go work at the administration office helping with clerical duties, pretty much whatever I could get my hands on. I also worked over the weekends. They had a theater where people would do plays, so I could go usher. So I got to see a lot of plays for free because I was ushering for different things. Yes. Yeah.
And today you're a teacher in the Grand Rapids Public Schools.
I am. I have been with Grand Rapids Public Schools. This will be my 4th year. Okay. However, I've been a public school teacher for 14 years now.
What do you like about public school teaching?
Well, just the variety of children you see, how you're able to touch lives, maybe in a small way, but the impact that you're making. And specifically, I like teaching in the urban setting. That's all I do. And you find children who come from so many disparities, yet they work hard. They don't give up. They rise up to your expectations. You give them homework, knowing that somebody may not be able to do homework because there may be no one to supervise them. However, they still do their best to do it. And so, they're very passionate. They want to learn. Despite of what they come from or what they have to face every day, they still come learning, a big smile on their face. And that to me is the satisfaction that I get.
And as satisfying as that is, you still have music in your heart.
I do.
You're singing, you're doing some singing locally.
I am. I am currently singing with Motherland House Concerts. I sing with the Kentwood Community Church Gospel Choir. I'm also aspiring to create my own music. As a matter of fact, I did create my first track, and I'm working on it.
Would you sing that for us now?
All right.
Good.
Ewe Baba takuabudu, kwa maana umeunyosha mkono wako. Mkono wako sio mfupi, wala haujui chuki. Sifa zote zitakurudia wewe. Tangu mwanzo wa ulimwengu Baba, upendo wako kwangu umeniajabisha. Sina lingine lolote. Upendo wako kwangu umeniajabisha. Oh, mimina, 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 mimina. Uwepo wako Baba, shukisha, 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 shukisha. Baraka zako. Baba, mimina. wako ewe Mungu wangu Baba, Baba, Baba. Oh, mimina, 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 mimina uwepo wako Baba, shukisha, 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 shukisha baraka zako. Oh, oh, Baba, mimina uwepo. Oh, oh, Baba, mimina baraka. Mimina baraka zako ewe Baba, kwa kuwa bila wewe mimi siwezi. Mimina, 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 mimina baraka zako ewe Baba, kwa kuwa bila wewe mimi siwezi. Mimina, 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 oh mimina, 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 mimina uwepo wako Baba, shukisha, 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 shukisha baraka zako. Oh, oh, Baba, mimina uwepo. Oh, oh, Baba, mimina baraka.
So I have to say that was quite lovely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Tell us about that song.
That song came to me as revelation. I was part of Motherland House concerts. Every artist in there was working on something.
Okay.
I was the only one without a song. So when I left the concert one evening, I said, you know what? It's not that hard. Just sit down and think of your life and what you can do. And I sat down on my kitchen table and I came up with the words. The song means Mimina Baraka, which means sprinkle your blessings.
Okay.
So it's basically a prayer to God to sprinkle blessings on us, and because we are nothing without you.
And you're singing in Swahili?
I am singing in Swahili, which is a language spoken in Eastern Africa, Kenya being one of the countries that speaks Swahili. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So you've got more upcoming concerts with Motherland.
do.
How do people connect with Motherland? They want to hear you sing there.
Well, they can go to www.myramaimo.com/Motherland House Concerts. You can find it on Facebook as well and Twitter, and go up there and you'll see us.
We'll put that on the screen for our viewers to check out. We're big fans of Myra, and we know she does good work, and she's really bringing together the African community.
She's a blessing. She's the reason why I'm here today.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for her.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would you like people to know? What would you like visitors to know about immigrants from your country?
Well, I would like them to know that we are capable and we love being here, and we would really appreciate them embracing us, hear us, and we would love to commune with them and show them what we're made of. We have lots to offer, from music to food to language. We're a very welcoming community, and we're grateful for the ones that have, invited us into their homes, and come join us and learn more about Africa and Kenya.
Well, Grand Rapids has just had its first African festival.
Yes.
There will be more to come, and so people will slowly get a glimpse of, a taste of Africa. And certainly when you bring such beautiful music, that's going to make people want to welcome you in.
Yes.
So
it was an honor to be a part of it, and we look forward to many, many more.
wonderful. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on TV, stay tuned for our following segments on language and culture. If you're watching Feel Like You Belong on the internet, we hope you will share your feedback with us via our website and YouTube channel. And be sure to catch our many other stories about the impressive immigrants making our communities smarter and more melodious spaces.